Hello and welcome to day 3 of the 5-day lead magnet challenge. My name is Lakeisha Sarba and I am your host. I am very excited to come and share with you today. We are getting started on building out your lead pages, okay? I want to know if any of you are familiar with what a lead page is. If you are not, don't worry, you will be introduced today. And I am going to be, see this microphone. There we go. And I'm going to be breaking down for you exactly what a lead page is, how you use a lead page. Hello, Angie, how you build a lead page, and some different software that you can use in order to do it a little easier. All right. So I know as you're coming in, I'm just going to break down or just go back through some things that we've covered already on this journey. So when we started out on Monday, which was day 1 of the challenge, I talked to you a lot about a lead magnet. I explained to you what a lead magnet was. We went through that. I also shared with you a quiz that you could take. If you find the day 1 video, the quiz is available there still. And it just walks you through some questions to help you to better understand what would be the best lead magnet for you, depending on your style, right? Because not everybody is the same. We had our quiz broken up to Mrs. Intellectual, to Video Maven, I think. Video Vixen, and then live streaming Maven. So depending on what you got, in the results, it pretty much told you all the different things that you could use as a lead magnet based on where you are, right? So please make sure that you go back and take the quiz from day 1. The videos are still up here in the group. Day 2, yesterday, we went through creating lead magnets. So I went into Canva and I showed you how you could create digital downloadable lead magnets like workbooks, ebooks. What else did I show you? Journal pages, right? We also went through covers, which is really important. And we talked about having a call to action inside of your lead magnet. Okay, so those are all the things that we went through and we covered. So that was day 1 and day 2. Today on day 3, we're going to talk about the landing page. What I also want to do is, before we jump into landing pages, I want to walk through what it is that we're what we're doing here, because it's a bigger picture. And as the pieces become, like when you start putting the pieces together, it's going to make a lot more sense to you. All right. So thank you so much for coming back, Dina. Welcome. Hello, Anne Marie. Hi, Teresa. Hello, Francesca. Hi, Ruby. Hello, Yvonne. Thank you, ladies, for being here and for coming back. Let me just pull something up real quick. Of course, if there is somebody that should be here and you don't see them in the room, please feel free to go ahead and tag them. If you are watching me, or viewing me on my personal page or on my business page, please love this video, right? Love it, meaning, if this is not for you, if you feel like this is not something that can help you, please go ahead and love on it so that other people can see it. And maybe it's something that could be right for them. If you are joining me for the challenge and you want to win some of the amazing prizes or gifts that I'll be giving away on Friday, then please make sure that you participate and share this video out by use the hashtag 5-day lead magnet challenge so that we can find it, and then we can put your name in the drawing that we're going to do on Friday and pick you. I have like 5 different things that I'm going to be giving away. Some are gift cards, some are the things from my shop, like templates, courses, and things like that. So, but you got to be here to win. So if you're not here when we do the drawing on Friday, we're just going to move on to the next name. Okay. So you have to be here and you have to make sure that you're doing your due diligence to share with people. So you can share in a few different places. You can share it on your personal page, on your business page, if you have a group that you want to share it in, as long as you have permission to do so, right? We don't want to break anybody's rules. So make sure that you're doing that. So let me just hop into this group real quick and make sure that my video is up and going. And it looks like it is. We have several people in there. Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. All right. So I'm just pulling up something real quick that I want to share with you. But as you come in, say hello. Let me know that you're here. Let's see if I can find that. So it may be under lead magnet. I just saw it the other day and I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to share this. Here it is. Because I know that I mentioned that what we are doing here is what's called building out a funnel. Have any of you heard of a funnel before? I'm sure if you've heard of online marketing, or if you're following some of the online marketers that I follow online, you've heard the word funnel, right? And so a funnel is really similar to something that you use inside of your kitchen, right? You know, when you want to funnel things, it has a really wide top, right? I'm gonna show you, I can actually show you a picture of what a funnel looks like. It has a wide top and then it kind of funnels down at the bottom, okay? And so what that means is that you're funneling leads, new leads, and that's what we're doing here today. Well, these 5 days is I'm teaching you how to get more leads into your business, because if you don't know, in order for you to make consistent income in your business, right, you have to bring in new leads. You have to have people that are interested in what it is that you're going to be selling at the end. So you want to be so targeted and specific to attract those people. A lead magnet helps you to attract those people, right? So you have this big funnel, right? The top of the funnel is really wide. So you have that funnel and you're just going to be funneling those people in there, right? But at the top of the funnel, we want to attract people that are most likely, more than likely interested in what it is that we have to offer, right? So that's why it's kind of wide up there. But what happens is, as you funnel, as people go through your funnel, meaning come through your business, through your pipeline, you start sending them out emails. They start learning more about you. You invite them into your Facebook groups. They start seeing more of your live streams. You're really introducing yourself to these people. They're getting to know you. When you make your offer to them, one or two things are going to happen. Either they're going to want to buy what it is that you're selling, or they're not. Maybe they're just not convinced yet. So they continue to come down into your funnel, right? Your funnel is big up here for a purpose, because you're bringing in all the leads. But as it goes down, as your funnel, as you get down to the bottom of your funnel, it closes and it gets a little smaller and tighter, because you're really filtering out all of those people that are not a good fit for you, or the people that are not really ready to invest, right? And then you're just really focusing on the people who are, and you're making those offers to those people, right? Not that we're not paying attention to the people that are not ready. We're still loving on them. We're still providing them with good content. We're still showing up and giving value, but we are making a place and making offers for those people who are ready to step up, right? So do you understand what that means? So that's really what that really is. And I'm going to show you what that looks like for all of you that are visual. All of my visual people, are you visual? I'm a very visual person. So I always like to make like visual presentations to show people the process so that they can see it. Because for me, when I can see something, or I can create some type of visual, it helps me to kind of better understand what's going on, right? So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to show you that. But a piece of the funnel, right? So we went through the lead generation. So we're going through the lead generation still. So we talked about a lead magnet, which is why you took your quiz on the first day. Yesterday, we talked about creating digital downloadable documents from all my intellectual people, or people that just really want to focus on that area. Then I showed you how you can do that as well. Today, we're going to be talking about the landing page, right? Because what happens is that you have this lead magnet. You're going to be marketing your lead magnet. We're going to talk more about where to put your lead magnet, how to market it on Friday, right? But when you're marketing your lead magnet, once you have it all ready and you're ready to market it, you're putting it out there in front of people. People are going to see it on social media. They may see it in ads if you decide to run Facebook ads, which I hope you do. And then they'll see it maybe on your website and some few other places. What's going to make them really, what's going to grab their attention initially is going to be the image of what you're marketing, of your lead magnet. That just catches their attention, right? So once you get that, it catches their attention, and then they're going to click to learn more. So your lead magnet, in essence, gets the click. It gets people to click on the thing that you are offering them. When they click on that thing, they're then led to a landing page, okay? So a landing page is not your website, right? So let's start there. Can you add your lead magnet to your website? Of course you can. Should that be the only place it is? Absolutely not. You want to make sure that you have a landing page, which is a standalone web page that only focuses on the thing that you want people to do. And that is to sign up for your lead magnet. It's that simple. It has one job, just to convince people to sign up for the thing that you're wanting to offer them. That's all the landing page does. The landing page shouldn't have any menus on the top of it. It shouldn't have any other funky buttons. It shouldn't have any other pop-ups. It should literally just be convincing people to sign up for the thing that you're offering them for free. That's all the landing page does. Okay, that's it. All right, so again, your landing page is not your website. Your landing page is a standalone web page. Can somebody please type that in the chat? Your landing page is a standalone web page. I need you to get this. I need you to understand this. So I know the next question that some of you may ask me is, but I have WordPress and I can create a standalone page on my, through WordPress. Then great, that's fine. If you have a website and your website has the functionality like WordPress or Squarespace to create a standalone page without you having to have the menus and all those other things there, then I say go for it. Yes, you can use that software. The idea is to make the landing page so that it doesn't have any distraction, so that people can just focus on the thing that they need to do. Because this is the thing. If you send traffic, meaning if you're marketing your lead magnet and you're sending people to your website for them to sign up, and you have a blog, you have a shop, you have a podcast, you have these pop-ups, you got all these things going on, people are going to forget why they came to the page in the first place, right? Our attention spans are shrinking by the day. So you have to be careful where you're leading people. When you want people to opt in for your lead magnet, you have to send them to a standalone landing page. And so I'm going to go through and I'm going to walk you through and teach you how to create a landing page that converts, because not all landing pages are the same, y'all. There is definitely a science behind creating a landing page that converts. And I've done that. I've created that. My landing pages convert at about 64%. And I'm going to show you proof here in a minute that I've been doing this for a while. And so I've kind of broken it down to a science as to how to create a landing page to get more people opting in. Okay. So let me just shout out some people and say good morning. Let's see. Where did I stop off? I stopped off at Yvonne. Hello, Margaret. Thank you for being here. This is Facebook user. I don't know your name, but hello, good morning to you. If you can click the link somewhere above this video and just give StreamYard permission to share your name with me, that way I can say hello to you properly. But good morning to you either way, or good afternoon. Meredith, good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Bernie. Thanks for being here. Hello, Pauline. Thanks for coming back. Alma. Hello, Sonia Perry. Hi, Peachy. Happy birthday. A big shout out to Peachy, one of my Savvy Simple Marketing sisters. Her birthday, she turned 50, and you look like you're like 30, girl. You look amazing. So happy birthday. I hope you had an amazing birthday. Rosemary, welcome. Good morning. Good afternoon to you. Rosemary, hello, Lakeisha Williams. Good morning, Lakeisha. Hi, Chandra. How are you? Hi, Frederica. Thank you and welcome back. I have a lot of first timers here. So guys, thank you for joining and welcome back. Hi, Kia. Melissa, thank you so much for coming back. Lilicious, good morning, girl. How are you? Hey, Anetta, thank you for coming back. Let's see. Frederica says, yes, I'm a visual person. Good. I'm going to help you with those visuals in just a minute. Kia says, I am a visual person. Definitely. Awesome. Awesome. And I'm visual too. Hey, Shuli, how are you? Tammy Morrison, hello. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you? Hey, Tamisha, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Victoria, welcome and good morning to you. Yep. So Peachy says your landing page is a standalone web page. That's right. That's exactly what it is. All right. So I think I said good morning to everyone. If I didn't say good morning to you, good morning. Hello, Joanne. Thanks for coming here. Hello, Delina. Is that how am I saying your name? And what's up, CO? Good morning to you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen because I want to show you a visualization of what it is that I'm helping you to create over these 5 days. Okay. So let me just share my screen. Let me get my eye on Canva. Okay, so I am sharing. Great. All right. So this is something that I created inside of Canva. And what I want to do is just help you to better understand how this whole thing works with your lead magnet. Okay. So you have, let me make this a little bigger for us. That may be too big. Okay. So you have, your landing page, right? And so, I'm sorry, you have your lead magnet here, right? And so that's what we went over yesterday. You know now the best lead magnet for you. Not that we're placing you or keeping you in this area. We are just saying that that's probably one of the easiest things for you to be able to create right now, right? So that is your lead magnet right here, okay? That can be a video, it can be an audio, it could be whatever it is that you want it to be, right? So that is the lead magnet right there. And then we have your landing page, right? Today, I'm going to be walking you through how to create your landing page, okay? So the way that this looks right now as to where we are is first you have your landing page, right? Because this is where people are going to be landing from, right? But in order for people to land on this landing page, you have to market your business, right? So you have to do all the distribution with distribution channels, meaning those social media outlets, wherever your audience hangs out. For me, that is here on Facebook. So my audience is primarily on Facebook. So that's where I hang out the most. But I do share some stuff on Instagram. Am I on there a lot? No. Pinterest, not really. Instagram, not really. I mean, LinkedIn, not really. But definitely Facebook is one of my distribution channels. You have to know where your people hang out so that you can share your lead magnet in those places. Okay. So you got to make sure that you have your distribution channel set. Once you know what you're going to be sharing your lead magnet to, right, you have to have a landing page. So this landing page here is what you're going to be sharing on social media. You're going to share a link to the landing page. Remember, the landing page is a standalone web page that you're going to be driving your traffic to, meaning you're going to be sending people to that page so they can sign up for the thing that you're offering them, right? And then, of course, this is the lead magnet, right? So this is the lead magnet that they're going to be signing up for. What happens is once people land, once you share it and you share it on like social media, you distribute it on social media right here. What happens is you're going to be sharing this landing page. So people will come to the landing page. They'll learn more about the lead magnet that you're offering to them, right? And then they sign up and the email goes into their email inbox. That's an email inbox. If you can't see it, let me blow it up some more. All right, so that's like a little email inbox. People are going to receive the thing that they signed up for on your landing page here. They're going to receive it here in their inbox after that, or at least they should. And they receive that via email automation. Tomorrow, we're going to really get deep into the email automation piece, right? So they get it in their email, right? So the email is there, right? That's the first email that they get, like the welcome email, okay? And then if you want to add some other email, which is called an email sequence, which is here, these follow-up emails, these follow-up emails could then have your offer in it. A lot of people tend to call these like your nurture sequence. You're getting to kind of really know your audience at that point because you're kind of sharing with them, you're providing value and all those other things, right? I saw an interesting video from Shaniqua Cannon. I don't know if you're here. What's up, Shaniqua? And she was saying how she's frustrated. Well, not frustrated, but she was just like, I'm just over the coaching industry, feeling like I have to be nurturing. Like I'm not a nurturing person. I don't want to do a nurture sequence. That just doesn't feel like where I am. And I don't feel like, people should be telling me that I need to go to therapy or seek therapy to kind of be more nurturing. That's just who I've been my whole life. And I totally agree with Shaniqua. Like if you're not somebody and you feel like you don't want to do this whole nurture sequence, then you don't have to. Because again, you know how I feel. I'm not about pigeonholing you. I'm not about telling you what it is that you have to do. We're all grown women as far as I'm concerned. So if you feel like you don't want to do this whole nurture sequence thing, and maybe you just want to send emails out when you feel like you have, when you have something valuable to share, then do that if that works for you. You know what I'm saying? What typically works for me is when I send out an email like this, that's going to like something free, then I send, more value, and then I'm offering them something within these 3 emails, right? And then after that, if they decide not to buy, then they typically just go into my general email. I'm not like putting them into a whole nother nurture sequence or moving them along because I just don't want to do that. And you don't have to either. But if you're somebody and you want to send them to different nurture sequences and make different offers to them, then that's what you can do. And you understand what I'm saying? But initially, you want to make sure that you're setting something up. You want to set it up to at least to the point where they receive your lead magnet. You have to email it to them so they get that thing. The emails that come after that is entirely up to you if that's something that you want to do. Do I recommend it? Yes, because this is your first time, sending it to them. Does it have to be a nurture? No, you don't have to nurture them. If you want to provide more value, if you want to lead them to a blog post, if you want to lead them to a live video, if you want to, whatever you want to do in those follow-up emails is entirely up to you. It doesn't have to be a nurture. It could be an information. It could be education. It could be whatever it is that you want it to be. Okay. So that's pretty much how that works. And if you're going to be offering them something in those emails, right, and then they do decide to take you up on that offer, what happens is, in those emails, whichever one you make the offer, they will then click on that link and then they'll be led to your sales page, which is a whole nother type of page, right? A sales page is not a landing page, right? A landing page is where people are landing to sign up for something free. A sales page is where you're actually selling them on something. So it's very different. I'm going to show you what a sales page looks like today so you can see the difference between a sales page and a landing page, right? So you can just have that in your head. But initially, whatever you're offering them here, if it's something that they want to buy, they would then click on the link and it would land here on your sales page, right? And then from that sales page, it should then take them, it should then take them to your shopping cart if they decide that they want to buy after being on your sales page, right? And then initially they would need to, of course, get some emails from you. This would kind of be like maybe a welcome sequence or something, giving them the thing that they purchased right here, okay? So that's pretty much how this all works out. I'm going to be coming back to this tomorrow so that I can like do a little bit more in detail about the whole email automation as you set that up. And then I'm also going to be coming back to this again on Friday because, again, your lead magnet doesn't have to be a downloadable document. Your lead magnet can be a live stream. Like I'm doing a live challenge right now over 5 days. This is my lead magnet to you because on Friday, I'm going to be offering you something that you can buy from me. If you want to buy it, fine. If you don't want to buy it, that's fine as well, right? But I am going to be offering you something because I'm in the business of making money, and so should you, right? So you can do it via live stream, your lead magnet, or it could be like a recorded video. So for my video vixens, right, you may decide that you just want to do a series of videos or something pre-recorded, then that's what your lead magnet would be. Okay, so these are all the different type of lead magnets that we discussed inside of the challenge. Okay, and then I'll be going into more detail about those things. All right. Do you have any questions about this? Does it make sense to you at all? Does it kind of put things into perspective, right? Because so you're kind of making your offer in these emails here, and then this is when they're kind of like purchasing your offer here. Does it make sense to you at all? I'm going to go back here to see what you guys are saying. I know I'm very visual. So for me, I need to kind of see some things. So I decided to put it together because what happens is it'll click sometimes if you can see it versus me just trying to explain it to you. So let me know if that worked for you. Andrea says, oh my God, I got you live. I am so grateful. Good morning. Good morning, Andrea. Thank you so much for joining us here. Great information. I definitely learned new information. I will be prepared better for my next offer. Good for you. So Facebook user says, yes. Okay, this does make sense. April says, yes. Great. Teresa says, yes, it makes sense. Kia says, yes, it makes sense. Awesome. Charlene says, yes, it makes sense. Awesome. Good. So if this makes sense to you, then we're just going to go ahead and move into the creating of the landing page. Okay. So if you're ready and if you have a question, ask your question now about that whole thing that I just walked you through. That is what your lead generation funnel is. That's what it looks like. That's what I'm walking you through these next 5 days. If you have questions, ask them now. If you don't and you're ready to go, then type in the chat, let's go. Let me see some emojis. Type in the chat, let's go. Let me know if you are ready to get this party started. Okay, Yvette says, I so needed that. I think I skipped a few steps last time. Awesome. Well, I'm glad that I was able to cover that for you, Yvette. I'm flowing with you. Great information. Awesome, Frederica. I'm glad to hear that. You're welcome for the visual. You're welcome, Anne says, thank you for the visual. Alma says, if you do not have an audience, is 3 emails enough to warm them up? That's a great question, Alma, and that's completely up to you, right? Some people use 5 emails. Some people use 7 emails. It depends on what it is that you're offering. Everyone is different. So if you're offering something that is more, maybe higher end, then yeah, maybe you need to nurture them a little bit more. If your offer is something lower end, like a $47 product or something like that, like what I call my mini offers, something low cost, then 3 to 5 emails should be enough, especially if the lead magnet did its job, right? Because the lead magnet, remember guys, the lead magnet's job is to solve one problem. So when you can help people to solve one problem, then they're ready to move on to the next thing. As long as your offer makes sense. Remember, your offer has to be in line with your lead magnet, right? So we're not out here trying to confuse people because confused people don't buy, right? So that's a great question though. So let's go. Okay, great. So I'm going to share my screen again with you and I'm going to let me make sure that I'm getting all the questions too, because I know you're trying to confuse people because could this be bugging out? Makes sense. Okay, wait, I think I got some questions over here. Yvonne Ruffin, am I seeing your messages over here, Yvonne? Yeah, I am. Okay. All right. So Yvonne says it makes sense. Is my sales page part of my website or my payment processing system? That's a great question. So typically, if you have a lead magnet, right, and you have a sales page, you have, no, wait, let me just break this down. So my sales page, so your sales page is a part of, it should be a standalone page. And I'm going to show you what that looks like, Yvonne. Now, I don't know if you have a store, because I know that some of you have products, you know, and things like that. So if you're selling things through your store, something like that, then yeah, you can just probably lead them to whatever that page is on in your shop and have them buy that way. But if you are doing something like a challenge or launching something or putting an ad direct to Facebook, you know, for your product or service, then you want to make sure that people are going to a sales page, Yvonne, and that sales page should then be connected to your payment processor. Okay. And I'm going to show you, give me one moment. I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like. Vernita says, I love all of this. Non-related question, but can you share the camera you were using? You look phenomenal. Thank you. So I'm using a Logitech camera. So it's a Logitech. I don't know. There's a newer Logitech that's out there. So it's a Logitech webcam is what I'm using, Vernita. And it's just sitting right on top of my laptop. And that's plugged into my USB cable. I may have missed this, but where are you getting the email list from? Great question. So Margaret, what we're doing today, like what I've been teaching you over the last 3 days, is to create a lead magnet, right? So your lead magnet is what's going to attract your ideal clients to you. They are then going to sign up, which I'm going to help you to create a landing page right now. They're going to go on this landing page and then sign up for your lead magnet. That's where your email list is coming from. You're going to be exchanging your free lead magnet with their email address so that you can then build your email list. And that's where those emails come into play. Does that make sense, Margaret? Let me know. These are great questions, by the way. I'll be doing a challenge to lead to a service. Okay. Come through hair. You see this hair, child? You see this hair, child? It's doing its own thing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share some landing pages with you that convert really well. And then I'm going to share a difference between a landing page and a sales page. And then we're going to go through building out an actual landing page. And it's going to be so fast. We're not going to take any time. It does. Okay, great, Margaret. I'm glad that makes sense to you. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen. And the first thing that I want to share with you. All right, so this is the landing page that you signed up on with me, right? So in order, if you're here and this is your first time being here with me, then you signed up using this landing page. This is a really simple landing page, and it's just really short and to the point, right? So there are 5 things that you really want to think about when you are building out your landing page. And again, a landing page is a standalone web page. This is not a part of my website, right? There is no menu, there is no navigation, there is nothing, right? The only thing that they can do here is decide to sign up for this challenge or not. Like that's the only thing, okay? So 5 things that your landing page needs to have in order for it to convert. You need to have a clear title for whatever your lead magnet is. My lead magnet for this challenge is a 5-day lead magnet challenge using Canva. Okay. So that is the name of my challenge, right? So it's very clear. Anybody that lands here knows exactly what they're signing up for. Anybody that wants to learn how to create a lead magnet using Canva is going to sign up for this challenge, right? I also put some other information down here, and it's telling them when the challenge starts. It starts on December 14th, right? So you need to have a clear title. So somebody put number 1, a clear title. Okay. The next thing that you need to do, number 2, is that you need to have some details, right? Some small details about the thing that you're doing. And so here for those small details, I put ready to attract your dream clients. And then I said what they need to do, join my 5-day lead magnet challenge using Canva. And I'm telling them what they're going to be learning, right? How to create this, how to design this, how to set up their email automation, how to market their lead magnet. I'm giving them information on what it is that they can expect. You want to make sure that you're including that. Now, if your lead magnet is not an actual live event or an event, it would look a little different. And I'm going to show you what that looks like here in a minute. Okay. So you have to provide them with some information. That is 2. Number 3 is you have to have a really stunning and compelling image. So you want to make sure that the image is stunning and compelling. I decided to use images of my lead magnet kit, right? So this is just, it looks really good. It's appealing to the women that I'm looking to attract, right? So I did this. And I also used Canva because I'm a Canva certified creative. So what does that do? That just kind of heightens the experience or heightens, you know, what it is that I'm doing here to bring in more people, right? Number 4, you want to make sure that you have a good call to action, right? And so my call to action here is I have 2. I have joined my lead magnet challenge. So I'm telling people what I want them to do right here. And then I'm also doing it in my button, right? But in this button, which is called, this is called a call to action button, I am clearly stating, you know, in the other person's head. So my target audience, when they come and they visit this page, I'm all in their head and I'm trying to think like, what would they be thinking? So they may be thinking to themselves, I need this, sign me up right now, right? Or they may be thinking, oh yes, I'm down, count me in, or, you know, let me in, or something like that. So you want to always use those type of phrases or words, thinking as if you are the person that's going to be signing up. So always think in your target audience's head. Think about the words that they may speak. Like, how do they sound? Do they sound like, girl, give me that? Or yes, I'm in, or sign me up, or yes, I need this, you know, please sign me up. Think about how your target audience speaks, you know, the words that they would probably say to themselves or say out loud. And that's what you want to use for your call to action button. Okay. So those are the things that you clearly need. Okay, so this is something, you know, that's super simple here, all right? So that's just one very simple landing page, right? This one is another simple landing page, and it's very similar. The only thing is that I have a title, and I've probably just created a little more space. This was for my planner project experience. Again, it clearly states what in the title, what this is, right? So it's my planner project experience. I give a little bit more description here of what they can do. You can create your 2021 planner using Canva, right? I go into a little bit more detail on what they're going to learn how to create and sell your first or next planner during my 3-day live planner experience event. I give them the date, telling them, giving them a call to action. I'm telling them what to do. Sign up below to secure your spot, right? I have another compelling image here. Again, I'm showing them what it is that I'm telling them that I'm going to help them to create. I'm showing proof right here, okay? And then I have my call to action button here, right? I need this. Okay. So again, I'm thinking in the other person that's looking at this, I'm thinking like I'm in their mind thinking of what it is that they would actually say. Okay. And it's very, very simple. One thing about me is that my design is very clean. Like I don't like a lot of clutter and stuff. I'm not really big on a lot of color. I'm very, very just simple and clean in like the way that I like things to be designed, right? You may be different. You're somebody, if you like colors and all those other things, by any means, use whatever it is that you use to make it look good so that you can call in your audience. My audience typically is attracted to this more cleaner type style. I've been doing this now for about over 3 years, and people typically really love this. And so I'm not changing what's not broken. I know a lot of people like to use really bold colors and all of these other things, but I'm very just this way, right? So for me, I'm just really classic. I think of the women that I like to help and work with. They're very savvy. They're very classic. They're very stylish women. And so I just like to keep things really simple in my designs, but that doesn't mean that you have to. The only thing that you want to make sure that you're doing is you have a clear title. Like, what is this thing? Get really clear, you know, a little bit more, and maybe like this would probably be considered like a subheader or something like that. Get really clear in that, use a really good image, and then explain in a little bit more detail what it is that they're going to be getting. You know, this area here is going to tell them like why they should sign up for this, right? And then of course, the call to action button is also important. Speak to them in their voice. Instead of saying sign up here, buy now, press the button, use their, you know, like their voice in order to do that. All right. So that is number 2. This one is not an event or anything like that. It's just really simple, and it's for real estate. So this is for my real estate clients. So people that typically do real estate, they love to have templates so that they can just drag and drop images and just do social media really quick. And so I created this over the last few months. I taught at a few different real estate associations, and I wanted to just be able to give them something, as a lead magnet. So this was their lead magnet. You see how simple it is? Real estate social media template starter kit, and I'm just saying, thank you for joining this. This was specifically just for those agents though, right? And then I just said, give me the kit as the call to action. So this was really simple. So this lead magnet was just geared toward the people that attended my training. That's something that you can do as well. If you just have, maybe if you want to send a lead magnet just to your email list, or just to the people that are inside of your Facebook group, or just to a specific group of people, then you can do this and you can say something like, thank you for being a part of my tribe, or thank you for being, one of my VIP email listers, or whatever. And so that way people feel as if it's more of a personal touch than just a random, hey, sign up here and give me your email address, right? So that's something else that you could do. This one is this is something that I actually created for a client, and it has like a custom header, but it's still a title, and the title says the 5-day reset. That's the name of it. And so then in the subtitle or subheader, we get into what it really is. Jumpstart your healthy 5-day eating challenge. And then it goes into more detail about what it's about, when it starts, and what's included, what they can look forward to. I also included a nice image here, and these is all custom. So this title is custom. This is not something that I could have created inside of my landing page software. It was more so something that I created inside of Canva, and then I uploaded it here. This image was the same way. I just added, something to this image so that it popped a little bit. And then of course we have our footer down there at the bottom, right? So same thing, just really super simple. This is my 5-day email list building challenge. Same thing. I just added a little bit of a design at the top here. And again, one thing that you'll learn about me if you've been following me for a while is that I love to test different things, right? I like to test different designs. I like to test different fonts just to see like what's the reaction going to be. How many more people am I going to get signing in on this style versus this style, using a smaller, thinner button versus a thicker button, right? So those are all the things that I test. So this one was my email list building challenge. And, here's my subtitle again. So again, we have our header, our title of what our thing is about, what they're getting. Then we have our subheader. So that's 2. We have more information. That's 3. We have our image, which is 4. And then our button is number 5. So those are the 5 things that you need to have in order to have a lead magnet, a landing page, that converts. Okay. And what you also need to have, so once people sign up for your landing page, the next thing that you want to do is you want to provide them some type of thank you page. We just don't want to leave them hanging. So you also want to design something simple like, thank you. The challenge information is on its way to your email box. Join me over in, I put my group here, and then I said, let me in, right? This is a great way for those of you that are looking to build your Facebook groups at the, when you on your thank you page, feel free to put the information there. Let people know, hey, the information is on its way, but while you wait, head on over and join me in my private group and introduce yourself. I'd love to, meet you or find more videos or find more trainings or whatever it is that they would be able to find, right? But don't be afraid to invite people to your groups or send them wherever you want them to go. If you want them to read your latest blog post or listen to your latest podcast or whatever it is that you want them to do, let them know. They're not going to know unless you give them direction. Okay. This is another type of landing page. This is it's a waitlist landing page. So when I do challenges like this, right, and once the challenge is over, I typically put this page up. So when anybody clicks on the link that may have been out there marketed several times, I then put this page. So this is a waitlist page, meaning that, hey, this challenge is over, but if you can be added to my VIP list once it gets back up. What is this doing for you? This is helping you so that even when you're not offering that thing at the moment, you still collecting people's email address so you can know how many people are interested in that thing that you did. Okay, so this is just kind of smart, like a really smart strategy. This is another one. So for the lead magnet challenge, when this is over, then anybody that comes and clicks to try to sign up for this challenge, they're going to get this page. They're not going to be able to sign up for the challenge, but they will be able to sign up and get information about the next challenge that's coming up, right? So these are called, this is another type of lead page or landing page. It is called a waitlist page, okay? Now, another thing that I want to share with you is, so this right here, right? This is this lead pages that convert. This is what you guys signed up for right here. You see, this is 64%, right? Here's another page that I have here. This one, my planner project, is 60%. You know, I convert really well with my pages because I've taken time out to learn more about them and learn about how they actually work, okay? Let me see. This is a sales page. So I want to show you the difference. So someone asked me about a sales page. So this is a sales page, right? This is a sales page for my Black Friday kit, right? Which is past and gone, but this will be repurposed into something different. Now this Black Friday kit here, the sales page is a bit different. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about a sales page, but I am going to scroll through so you can see the difference in what it looks like, right? So the sales page pretty much takes people on a journey. It's a lot longer than a landing page. It's just so much more detail. It's so much more information. You kind of introduce yourself. You introduce, like, you imagine the problem, you introduce the actual solution, you know, you put all the details, everything that's there, right? So a lot of this, it's a longer page, right? Although there are some lead pages that are landing pages that are also longer landing pages. I thought I had one in here, but I guess I didn't. I guess I didn't include that one because there are some longer landing pages in here. And I'm going to show you how to create both today. So let's go ahead and jump in. If you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and post them, and then I can always come back and answer those for you. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go into lead pages, and I'm going to use lead pages, guys, to create the landing page. If you need a landing page software, there are several of them out there. As a matter of fact, I pulled up several here. So these are some of the 12 best landing page softwares. Lead Pages is the one that I typically use, but there's also Instapages. If you use ClickFunnels, it's kind of like the same thing. Unbounce, Wishpond, Elementor, MailChimp, I guess, also has a landing page. I don't know much about MailChimp, so please don't ask me any questions about that. Get Response, it looks like Wix has landing pages. So for those of you that have Wix websites, you could probably just create a standalone landing page. Landing Eye is also one, right? So there are several. All you got to do is just Google landing page software, and then you'll get several of those, right? So I use two different types. I use a landing page or sales page software from Kajabi, which is my my membership and digital product, like course type platform. They have a built-in one, but I also use Lead Pages. So Lead Pages is probably like my favorite one. I've been using Lead Pages for, goodness, several years now. God, I want to say probably close to 10 years I've been using Lead Pages. And so you can take a look at the pricing here. I did put a link above the video. So if you're interested in, signing up for Lead Pages, you can definitely do that. I will get a small commission because it is an affiliate link, but the pricing is not bad. If you're just starting out, it's only $37. It's a great way to be able to just do drag and drop, as you'll be able to see design. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so Lead Pages also has templates that you can just use. So you can just kind of search through what you want and search for, anything. You can search for like the most popular ones or the newest ones. You can search by type or category, whatever type of, if it's a sales page or a thank you page, a wait list or coming soon page, a webinar, right? They have all different kinds. And you can just come in here and just literally change the images, change the words, and make it your own, right? But you know me. I like to be able to design my own stuff. So I'm just going to start with a blank one. Is it going to let me do, let's see, style. Let's see, clear, Blank, there we go. All right, so I'm just going to start with a blank one here and just use this blank template so that I can start from scratch. Now remember, we're just going to stick with the 5 most important things for your landing page. And you want to name your landing page. So if you're going to be doing this for your lead magnet, I definitely name the landing page after the lead magnet. Okay. All right. So you come here and this is just like a really blank area here. So the first thing that we need to do is bring in some things. So we're going to go into some widgets, but they have different things here like sections is kind of new. So if you need an about section, you can just select from here. If you need a call to action section, you can select from here. Frequent asked questions, features and services, like they've just recently added these like a logo section, testimonial section, or a blank section, right? So they recently just added those, which is really helpful, these sections. And we're going to work with those too. But first, we're going to start up at the top of the hero is typically where our header is. So we're going to go into our widgets, and our widgets is where everything is. So this is where we can do text, or if we want image and text, or image, or add a video, or I mean, there's so many different things you can do here. You can even do a shopping cart. So you can use this as an actual sales page and have people buy from you off of this page. However, you have to be on the pro version, which is, I think, the $79 a month one. All right. So I'm just going to drag and drop this text here. See how easy that was? And then I'm going to highlight this and I'm going to say landing pages that convert. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to shut this down because I like to have my design board so that I can kind of see everything. Now, this is kind of small for a title, right? So we're just going to go over here. Once we have this text selected, this little text box pops up and it provides like all the different things that we'll need to change our fonts, to change the font size. So I'm going to go with the headliner 1 that makes it a little big, right? And then if I want it bigger, I can change the size and make the size bigger. Okay. We can even do spacing too. If you want to space it out, you could do that. The next thing that I'm going to do is change the font of this. So I'm going to do like, I think it's called, where is it? Is it called Play Script? There it is. Playfair. Okay. So I'm going to do that. And then I want to center it in the middle. So I'm just going to go right there to center. So that's where I have it. So lead pages that convert, right? So we're going to start with this as our header. We can always go back to change it if we need. Okay. So we're going to start here. The next thing that I'm going to do is I need to bring in another section. So I can do that by going to sections, or I can just go here to add a section. And then it kind of opens up the section, and then I can change it to, I need text and image. And it's not really giving me what I want. So let me just undo. And I think what I'm going to do is just do it manually because it's not giving me what I want. So I'm just going to go to widget. I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to do sections. I'm sorry. And I'm just going to go to a blank section. All right. And then I want these 2 sections to be separated. So I'm just going to drag and drop this right under here. So I have those 2 different sections. Now I'm going to go back to my widgets and I'm going to add an image here. And I'm going to add text here on this side. Okay. So that gives me that. The next thing that I also need to do is add a footer at the bottom. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to go back to sections, but I'm going to go back to blank. And I'm just going to go to just this section, this one here, right? So this is going to help me with my footer. I'm going to go to widgets and I'm going to bring in text for that. Okay. All right. So now that I have everything that I need here, now it's just the point in just designing what it is that I want to do. So for an image, I'm just going to go in and pull in an image. I have several in here. So let's see what we got. We can just work with something. And it, you know, I like to use the mock-up images, but you don't necessarily have to. I mean, it's entirely up to you what you want to use. If you want to use an image of a woman or people or whatever. Whenever I'm doing anything that has to do with templates, you know, like design templates, then I always use this mock-up type piece here. The next thing that we'll need to do is add some text here. And I want to do like the header. So this is going to kind of be like my second header. So I want this to be like this. And I think I'm just going to copy some of this text over here to make it easier for me. those of you that know, whenever I do these, I always say, like, I don't like to task switch. So a lot of times what I'll do is I will not worry about the text until after the design is done, because I just want to focus on the design piece of it. I won't do that whole worrying about the text, but just because I want you to see how it looks, and I probably will do that a little bit. And then I'm going to bring in another text and put it like right under here, right? Because I can have my header and then I can have the other text here, and I'm just going to jump in again and just grab this text real quick. Okay. And this is like really small, so I'm going to make it bigger. And I think I'm going to change that text to something else. Maybe we'll do Lato and make that a little bigger. And then I'm going to space the text out some like that. Okay. The next thing I have to do is I need to bring in a button. So I'm going to go back to my widgets here and look for a button. Where is my, there it is. And I'm just going to drop that button right down there under that text there. Okay. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to bring, can I bring this over a little bit to make that image a little bigger? Okay. And now I can go and I can edit the button. So I can make the button a color if I want to. I can change the size of my button if I want it to be medium. I can then change the text size if I want my text to be bigger, right? And I'm going to say, again, I'm speaking in the other party's voice. So yes, sign me up. Okay, so we could do that. And then down here for my footer, I'm going to change the color of the background of my footer and just make it like a gray. I think I'm going to do black. So I'm going to go in and just change the color. So you have a color wheel. You can make any color you want here. And this text, I need to center it. And I need to change it to the color white. And then for my footer, so when anybody lands on here, they know the company, right? So Savvy Simple Marketing. Oops. And I can do 2020, or close. I can do 2021, right? And then we can even make this smaller if we don't want that too big. So we can just bring that down like that. Okay. And I think I'm going to make this a little bigger, right? I think I want this to be like jumbo. Yeah, that's better, right? So now what I want to do is this is too close to the bottom, right? So once I've placed everything, now I want to kind of make it so that it looks better. So I'm going to go into this little blank section here, and I'm going to add some padding to the bottom because I don't want it to be so close to the footer. So that gives some space there, right? And then here, I'm going to change the color of that header up there. So let's see, I think I'm going to change that color to my pink. I don't have the codes with me, but I'll kind of eyeball it. Okay, so we could do that. And then I can even bring this and make this header a little bigger. So I can maybe add some padding to the top and then to the bottom, maybe a little more. Right. And if you wanted something a little prettier, you could always go into Canva and then design text here, like create your text in Canva, save it as an image with no background, right? Like a PNG with no background. And then you can add your text here. Okay, so you could do that. And then I think I'm going to add a little padding to the top as well, right? And so that's how you do that, right? So once we have this all done, right, the next thing that we want to do is we need to do our button. Okay, so this is where when someone signs up, this is where your email automation system that we're going to be going through tomorrow connects with your landing page or your sales page. So this is your landing or sales page. This is where it connects here. So we're going to need to connect it with this little connector link. And it's asking us if we want no link. We can have a pop-up. We can, you can do a lot of different stuff here. We're going to do a pop-up right there, right? So that there's something that pops up for people to enter their information in, create pop-up. And so we have a pop-up now. So now we can design this pop-up any way that we want. I'm just going to say, yeah, I'm going to say, where can I send the information? Oops. For the training. Okay. And so once I have that, if I wanted to, I could do a few different things here to the background of this. We just want to pull this down and then style that section. I can change the color of this if I wanted to. I can add an image here if I wanted to. So just depends on what it is that you're looking for. I'm just going to change the color to that pink color there. Okay. So that pops up like that. Another thing that we can do is we want to edit our form here. So we just do edit the form. And when we click in this area, right, we can change the color of like the labels or the wording if you want to do that. You could do that. For me, I just want to click here just to edit here. So when you click on the form here, it then opens here. This form, this email right here is connected to your email automation system, right? You'd have to go into the integrations to set it up first so that it comes up under here. So I'm just going to connect my form here, connect my ConvertKit account because that's what I use. And then I'm going to connect whatever form in ConvertKit that I want to connect here, okay? We can't do that right now because I haven't created a form, but I'm going to do it tomorrow, and then I'm going to come back and do this step so you can see it. But at least I'm just going to prepare the form so that it's ready. All right. Another thing that I need to add to my form is the fields. So I need to add the name, at least the first name, right? And I want that to be a required field. So I'm scrolling down and selecting required and then done. A thing about me is that I want people to put in their name before their email. I don't know why my brain works like that, but I can do that just by moving the fields up and down with these arrows, right? The next one is your thank you page. So what do you want to happen once people sign up and they click the button? You want them to go to your thank you page, right? In lead pages, you can just click here to a landing page. Then you can find the thank you page that you created. Like I'll use this one. And if you're not sure, you can click view and then it'll open up a new button for you to see what that looks like. So I'm just going to use this one for that so that when anybody signs up, they will then be taken to an actual thank you page. And then I'm going to save, right? I'm also going to change the color of this button. I'm going to change it to black. And then I'm going to say, sign me up like that. All right. And so now this pop-up is ready. Okay. So all I have to do is come back in here and just make a few changes, right? Before we publish, there are a few things that we need to do in the background. So you always, whenever you're creating a landing page or a sales page, you always want to make sure that you are connecting your Facebook ad pixel. Okay. So if you're going to be using lead pages, you just really go over here to where it says settings on the side. You come down here for settings. You have SEO. So you can kind of do all your SEO settings if you want this to be found searchable on the internet. You have social settings. So you can create an image, have an image here, upload an image, your social URL, what you want it to look like whenever somebody or you share it on social media, it'll come up with that image and stuff. So you can do something like that. So you can add that for social, but here under the analytics is where you put, like, if you use Google Analytics, you would put your tracking code here. If you have a Facebook ads pixel, then you would want to put your pixel code there. And I'm going to quickly show you what that looks like. I save all of my pixels that I use inside of a notebook. So that way I can always have it, or a notepad, I think it is. Yeah, my sticky notes. Oop, not you. Didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Okay, and this is not the one that I want. Let's see. Note list notes. There it is. This is the one I'm looking for right here. All right, and so these are my pixel codes here. So I would then just come in and copy my Facebook pixel code and then just drop it right there in the header, right? And then just save it. I can go back out here and then publish it. So I can go, here we go, save and close. and then I'm ready to publish this. Now, I wouldn't typically just leave this image here, right? I mean, I would like have something in there. Let's see, like maybe like a regular image or something. You know, I wouldn't just have the image of that unless it was like if I'm doing it for like a sales page that I'm selling or something like that. So like we could use this image of this young lady here, right? So it could be something like that. This image is pretty big, so we would probably need to resize it and bring it down so it's the same size as that. So you could do something like that, right? I would like a square, like a more square image. So, and what I would normally do is size the image too, so that it's sized appropriate, like a square. And so I do that inside of Canva. Yeah, this is better, something like that, right? And so that's how you do that. And then I would publish it, right? And then publish, and that's it. And that's how you would go in to create an actual landing page. Remember, and what's going to make your landing page convert is that your title speaks really clear to what it is that you're offering. You have more of like a subtitle that goes into maybe a little bit more detail. And then you have a really stunning image, and then you have some content. You know, you have more like verbiage or explaining exactly what it is. And then you have your call to action button. Okay. Another thing that you can add to your page, which I'll just do another quick section here, is that if you wanted a longer form, you could add, let's see. Okay. You could add like a timer here. So if we go back to, where's our calendar day, our countdown clock. So you could use a countdown clock if you're having an event or if it's going to be over soon, right? And then we can change the color of that countdown clock to maybe make it stand out a little bit more or something, right? So you could do something like that. And then you could add another section, and maybe that other section goes into maybe a little bit more detailed, right? You could do something like this. Right. And so you can go into more detail about what your event is about. You can do like a day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. And of course, if you don't need all these days, if you're just going to have like a 3-day event, then you can just get rid of the things that you don't need. Just delete by just deleting them. Right. And so then you would end up with something like this. Of course, you can change the colors of your countdown timer. Right. So you could do that. And then to start it, you would just go to the date for when the event is, right? So if it's, let's say if it's the 31st, then your countdown timer would go, right? So you could do something like that. I think what I would do if I was using that blue, I'd probably just change this to black like that. All right. And then let's take a look. We can update this and see what this looks like. And I think I want to bold this to make it stand out a little more. And then update. And then we can take a look at that. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to be answering your questions now. But again, the 5 things. So what are the 5 things that you need for your landing page to convert? I need you to go ahead and type that in the chat. You need the title. Like, so what is it? What is it? Let people know exactly that page header or that title, what it is. Then you need to have a page subheader going into a little bit more detail. Then you need to have more details about the thing, right? Then you need to have a stunning image based on what it is that you're offering. And then you need to have a call to action. Those are the 5 things that you need, like that call to action button. Okay. So let's take a look at our page. Right. And this is what it looks like. So landing pages that convert, and then creating, it would probably say, creating your landing page for 2021. And then it goes into more information about the thing, an image, the button, put in your information here. And and then your countdown timer if you wanted to go longer. So this would be like more of a longer landing page. You could do something like that. If you wanted to just stop here, you could, or if you wanted to do more information, you could even add a section about yourself at the bottom or something like that. So you can add testimonials, or something like that. So there's a few different things that you could do on this page, right? So we would sign up. Even though it's not connected to any type of email automation right now, I just want to show you how we sign up and it would go to the thank you page that we connected, right? So that's exactly how that would work. So let me head back over here to where you are and see what questions you have. Oh, Alma says you should always keep your hair like that. It brings out your natural beauty. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Do you run your leads as a Facebook ad? I do. I run my leads as a Facebook ad. Yes. Why? For one, because it puts me in front of people that I wouldn't be able to get in front of organically, meaning just me posting on social media every day would not put me in front of the amount of people that I get in front of whenever I run an ad. So yes, I run an ad for all of my lead magnets. I do. I'm not sure what to offer for free. Well, that's a great question. I mean, it really depends on what your offer is. So what are you going to be selling? So start with what you're selling and then decide what you would need them to do, to know, or how you would want them to feel. You want to create that with your lead magnet. So think in terms of that, Pauline. Okay. Is the call to action button CTA in Canva? No, the call to action button, that button that you saw is inside of lead pages. Hey, Amy, how are you? Your designs are light and airy and clear. Yeah, they are. I need that real estate social media template starter kit. Okay. I need that email list building challenge. Will you be doing that again? I will be doing it again. That's the first challenge of the year in January. So if you're on my list, you'll get an email about that. Love the idea for the waitlist page. Yeah, the waitlist page is a great way to collect emails in between the time that you do things, especially if you're going to be doing challenges or any type of live event, then that's a great way for you to do that. Or even if you have like something that you're selling, like if you have a membership or a course or something like that, and it closes at a certain time, you can then, instead of have your sales page, you can have a waitlist page so people can just wait until you announce the thing that you're launching again. So that's a great way to be able to do that. I'm trying to get ConvertKit to be my landing page software as well. Yeah, ConvertKit doesn't really have as much functionality, which is why I don't really share that anymore, because it's just so basic and it's really easy to kind of build that out. So you can kind of figure that out. Google landing page software. Okay. I didn't even know Google had a landing page software, but okay. When should you use the longer landing page? If you have more information to share, so like for instance, for this challenge, I could have used the long form because I could have went by each day and shared everything that I'm going to be sharing on each day in long form. So when you have more information that you want people to know about, then that's when you want to use the long form versus the short form. I love all of this because I'm technology challenged. I have to see your videos like 5 times and pause. Thank you for everything that you do for us. You're welcome, Andrea. Thank you for being here today. This is lead pages. Yes, Amy. Okay. Is this is the step that I found myself lost. I didn't finalize. I need to have another app lead pages to connect a landing page. Yeah. So you have your landing page, right? So you have your lead magnet that you want to deliver and send out to people, right? You want to give it to people. But in order to give it to people, you have to have somewhere for people to sign up. That's where your landing page comes in, right? So whenever you're marketing your lead magnet, you're really marketing your landing page. You're just sharing your landing page with people, if that makes sense. Then they get on the landing page and they decide if they want this thing or not, and they sign up for it. When they sign up for it, your email automation, ConvertKit, GetResponse, MailChimp, whatever you use, then sends them the email with the thing that they signed up for, if that makes sense. I don't have lead pages, but watching you design this reminds me of designing with Elementor. I love, yeah. Yep, Janet, it is. I believe Elementor is a lot like lead pages. Yep, I agree. How do you save the header as an image again? So Regina, if you wanted to create like a custom header, so say for instance, in lead pages, you can't really upload your fonts, right? So if you wanted to have a special font, you would create the header. So like I had the header for the, I think lead landing pages that convert. Instead of doing it there inside of lead pages, I would create that header with the font that I want inside of Canva. Then I would download the design from Canva with no background because I want to be able to use whatever color I want. When I'm in my landing page software, I would download it and then upload the image to that area of that header. And then that way it's a customized header. Similar to, let's see. Similar to this. So this is an image. This is not a text. This is an image. My planner project experience. This is a special font that I use. So I had to upload this as an image in here. So this is not text. This font is not inside of lead pages. I had to create this as an image and then add it here. The same thing with this. I had to create this and then add it at the top. So these headers were not created inside of lead pages. I had to design those in Canva and then upload them as an image. Now I understand more clearly, Lakeisha. Awesome, Teresa. Let's see. Where do you find the codes for your Facebook, etc.? Great question. So you have to go inside of your Facebook ads manager, which is connected to your business page. So if you're new to Facebook ads, you have to have a business page. And then you go to your Facebook ads manager from your business page. And then inside of there is where you would be able to create a pixel for that business page. And then you use that pixel on all of your landing pages, your sales pages, your websites. The reason that you want to use a Facebook pixel is that when you are going to be starting to sell things, right? Or something, you know, if you have a pixel on your website, you can create an ad for everybody that visited your website and then just run an ad to those people. If you have a landing page or a sales page and you want to run an ad to all the people that visited your landing page, you can do that because the Facebook pixel tracks that information, right? So that's why you want to make sure that you're putting those pixels everywhere. I like the countdown clock. Yeah, me too. I like to use the countdown clock as well. I believe she said, create the text PNG with no background. Yep, that's exactly what I said. I have ConvertKit. Can I use that instead of lead pages? So the difference between ConvertKit and lead pages is that lead pages allows you to drag and drop like I showed you. In ConvertKit, there are landing pages, but you cannot drag and drop. You have to use the templates that they give you. You cannot create from scratch. And it's very limited if you ask me, at least for my business and what I need to do. It may work for some of you. So definitely check it out. I definitely have to go back and watch this in slow motion. Thank you, Lakeisha. I really understand converting now. Awesome, Dina. I'm so happy. Let's see. What I meant was to Google landing page software to use. Yes. With so many options out there, what attracted you to lead pages to start with? Frederica, it was easy for me. It was easy for me to understand that it had this drag and drop capability that I was used to doing. I'm not a website designer. I'm not a graphic designer. I know basic stuff, and I needed something that was going to be easy for me to be able to do myself versus me always having to hire people that I'd have to wait for them to build out my pages, wait for all this stuff. I don't want to wait. I want to be able to build out my own stuff and put my stuff out there. I don't want to have to wait for a designer to do it for me and then have to go back and make changes. So lead pages for me at the time, 10 years ago, was the easiest thing to do it with. So I did it. Lead pages, I think I want to say, is one of the original landing page softwares on the market. And so that's why I decided to go with them. The only reason that I'm also using Kajabi now is because Kajabi is my course and membership platform, and they also just have this function. And so sometimes, depending on what it is that I'm trying to do, it may be easier for me just to do it in Kajabi but sometimes it may just be easier for me to do it in lead pages. So I always recommend, if you're just starting out with landing pages, lead pages is like the easiest thing to use. But if you already have like Kartra has its own landing page software. If you already have Entreport already has its own landing page software inside of it. Now, these are email automation softwares I'm talking about. It's like a combo that they have. So Kartra, you can get email and landing page. Entreport, you can get email and landing page. ClickFunnels, you can get email and landing page. GetResponse, you can get email and landing page. So if you just want a done for you, like all in one system, not done for you, but all in one, then look at some of those systems, right? So that you can do both. For me, I like ConvertKit. I like it a lot. I actually moved from Infusionsoft, which is now Keep, to ConvertKit because it's just easier for me and what it is that I'm doing. And it helps me to be able to market it to other people. Because when you're just starting out, you don't need something as heavy as Infusionsoft, right? Or some of the other things. ConvertKit is just easy to start with. So I use ConvertKit for my email automation. I use lead pages for some of my lead pages and sales pages. I use Kajabi for my course platform, my membership, and some of my sales pages. And so that's pretty much what I use, right? But it just depends on you. But for me, it was the easiest thing. What size are the headers? So honestly, I don't know, Cindy. I just go in and I just play around with the size. I can look in Canva and then I can come back and I can put it here if you really want to know that. Great information. I'm a Mary Kay consultant thinking about how I can make this great information work for me to get more customers and okay. So I would say definitely the landing page would work for you. If you give away any type of free gifts with Mary Kay, I would say then that would probably work for you to give away different like free gifts or anything else that you're offering. Think of different things that would attract your audience. So what would attract women that like Mary Kay, right? All the different fun makeup and stuff that you're doing. You can use a landing page to host giveaways, to have people sign up for free samples, to have people sign up for like different presentations. If you do like makeup tutorials or presentations using Mary Kay, you can use landing pages to do that. So you can use a landing page for just about anything, really. When you create the text in Canva for your header, is the lead pages, do you use the same custom dimensions? I don't even know. Like, honestly, I'll have to check and see what I use. I just play around in there and I don't remember what it is, but I'll post the size for you. I'm going to need a video about pixels and analytics. Yeah, that's a lot to learn. Donna Marie, hey, over on YouTube. This is really good information. I will go back later and step this weekend. Awesome. So Yvette says, we'll be watching this again. Thank you so much. You are a wonderful teacher. Thank you, Yvette. Yvonne says, you just answered my question because someone else asked it as well. Thank you. Okay, awesome. Well, I think that's it. That's all I wanted to share with you today is how to create a landing page that converts. And as you can see, it doesn't have to be crazy, like so much. You can do it really simply. It doesn't, have to have so much involved. I created that landing page in about 15 minutes. And so you can do the same exact thing. If you're watching this and you have any other questions, feel free to drop your questions below. But how did day 3 go? So this was day 3. How are you feeling about day 3? Don't forget to share this out. Right? So you have to make sure that you're sharing it out. Share it out and share what you learned. This is day 3 of the 5-day lead magnet challenge. If you're going to be sharing it out, please use hashtag 5-day lead magnet challenge. Let me know what you learned in today's training. And then also let me know how today was. Did this help you at all? Do you have a better understanding of a landing page, what it does, how it connects with your lead magnet, how it connects with your email automation? Now, tomorrow, we're going to dive really deep into email automation. I'm going to be sharing ConvertKit with you. So for those of you that are in ConvertKit, you have a treat because I'm going to build this whole thing out in front of you. For those of you that don't have ConvertKit, still come on in and join because it may convince you to switch over from MailChimp or something else that you're using because it's definitely an easier way for you to do things. Let's see. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate that. I'm starting a journal and planner business. Not sure what the free offer can be. So many different things. You can do a page from your planner, right? So you can do a checklist of what people need to be organized in their business, and then you can offer your planner as a way to keep them organized, right? So I would say just kind of think about what you think those people need. Can I move with you and be my teacher forever? You're fantastic. Thank you so much, Andrea. And yes, you're welcome to move with me. Come on to Texas. Fantastic. Great information. Clear and simple. Awesome. Do you offer trainings on Facebook ads? Yes, I offer training on Facebook ads. Hit me up in my inbox and I can give you the information for that. Thank you. I feel much better on day 3. Awesome, Barney. I'm so happy that helped you. I love it. I'm going to work on my landing page right now. Good for you. Jump right in. Gained so much clarity today. Good. Sometimes, Teresa, it takes more than one time, right, for you to kind of really understand. This has been good. I like how you explained about the landing page and love the visuals. Awesome. Today was awesome. So much detail. Great. Thank you. This was wonderful. Love how you showed us how to create. We'll create minds watching your replay to help. Great. Day 3 was fabulous training. Awesome. Great. Thank you. Well, if you can please go ahead and share that, share what you enjoyed about the training, what you learned. And again, hashtag 5-day lead magnet challenge when you do, so that you can be entered in a drawing to win some amazing prizes on Friday. All right. Is this a good way to do book pre-sales? Yeah, you can do book pre-sales, but I would recommend using a sales page and not a landing page. But yes, you can. Awesome, Meredith. Great. Well, I see you ladies tomorrow. Again, tomorrow we'll be back and we'll be talking all about your email automation and how we're going to connect that to our landing page. Okay. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to post them here. But if you want me to answer, you have to tag me in the post so that I can see that it's here. All right. Ciao for now.